Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. Sunday, not Saturday.
Rise and shine.
Rise and shine. Sarah, as of 16 minutes ago, fall has officially started.
7:44, autumnal equinox.
Does not feel like it because we got the AC going here at level 70 in the studio.
And there's even some areas of mist and some very light rain because humidity is heavy out there this morning. Take a look at the authority radar. You can see a light rain shower out near Hallettsville right now, but out near Seguin, there's some mist this morning. Generally around San Antonio, though, just mostly cloudy skies. We do have some light streamer showers out near Concan and Uvalde, but this is mainly because of the higher elevations there out in parts of the hill country. As for our forecast for the day, not feeling like autumn. It's going to be warm, 94 for the high. There's a small 10% chance for a stray shower in the afternoon, of course, after this morning's mist. Now, I'm showing you temperatures across the area. It is a warm start to the day. 77 in San Antonio, 82 Del Rio, 75 in New Braunfels, and 74 in Kerrville. But it's not warm everywhere around Texas. In fact, we've got a cool front moving through the Panhandle. It's 54 in Amarillo and 68 in Lubbock. It's even starting to dip into the 30s in parts of the Dakotas and Montana. Now, unfortunately, this front is just not going to be strong enough to make it to San Antonio. So we are going to be fairly warm this week with highs near 90 degrees, but that heat high is going to move out of the way. We've seen very hot weather the last several days, so we do have small rain chances midweek that I'd like to talk about. And even though it doesn't feel like fall right now, there is some good news. By next weekend, we're going to have some cooler mornings and drier air moving in, all because of the tropics. Those details ahead soon. Sarah,
thank you. Developing now, KSAT trying to figure out more information about a fire at the Terrytown Apartments last night. Right now, our Devin Karp is at those apartments to find out more. So, Devin, what can you tell us this morning?
Yes, Sarah, good morning. Now, we know so far the fire has affected 12 units at this building right here. Take a look at this. Now, this fire department was telling us that this building is currently unsafe and no one should be going inside. We're seeing security here at the apartment complex, keeping an eye, make sure that no one can get inside. And we're still working to find out if there have been any injuries. But take a look at some of this video last night that we were able to get of the fire. Now, a battalion chief at the San Antonio Fire Department tells us crews were called here to the Terrytown Apartments last night around 9 when they found flames and heavy smoke coming from the roof. Crews started to attack the fire and evacuate residents while the flames spread up into the attic. Firefighters say they were eventually able to knock down the fire. Now, we know the San Antonio Housing Authority says they were here with the Red Cross on scene shortly after this fire and were able to find temporary housing for the affected victims. Crews say they were able to save one cat inside. Now, the cause of this fire is still under investigation. After 25 units showed up last night to battle this, we're going to work to keep you informed over the air and online at KSAT.com. For now, Devin Karp, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Devin. We're still working to learn more about a man shot and killed last night. Police tell us it happened while he was standing on the patio of Taco Cabana. This was a location on Rittiman Road that's not far from I-35 on the northeast side. We're told another man walked up, fired shots at the victim, and ran off. He died at the scene. Investigators are trying to get security footage from Taco Cabana. The quarterback for Uvalde High School is still recovering this morning after taking a hard hit during Friday night's game against Crystal City, but we're happy to report junior Jet Flores was allowed to go home last night. Yesterday, Flores was hit hard by a Crystal City linebacker during a play towards the end of the second quarter. He lost consciousness and had to be airlifted to the hospital. His family said when he woke up, he had a severe headache, no memory of the injury, no movement in his lower extremities, and little movement in his upper body. Since then, his parents have posted updates on Facebook saying he slowly started regaining movement, oh thank goodness, and is doing okay. A CT scan also revealed no evidence of brain bleeding and no spinal fracture, so that's also great news. We wish him a speedy recovery. A local bar is hosting a special Squishmallow pillow drive for Pediatric Cancer Awareness Month. If you don't know what a Squishmallow is, I didn't. They're a really popular, soft and squishy stuffed animal that comes in all shapes and sizes. Ringer pub owner Kevin Rinaldo started the drive when he noticed one of his daughter's friends who was going through chemotherapy often had one close at hand. He realized more kids might need little cuddly help when they're fighting their own battle with cancer.
So when the kids go into their treatment, before they go, they get nervous, they get scared, and they want to squeeze something. And so this is to be able to make sure there's enough Squishmallows for all those kids at the hospital.
So far, Kevin and the Ringer Pub has collected 500 Squishmallows, and they're shooting to deliver 750 to kids this year. So if you want to help, the Ringer Pub says you can drop off a Squishmallow at the location 2628 Thousand Oaks Drive. They'll be dropping them off through the end of the month. Love that. 8:05, 77 degrees. Let's face it, fall season is binge watching season. Still ahead, our movie guy, John Marr, has the latest on what's streaming. And Earth is about to get a second moon for just a little bit. We'll tell you how next. Feels very like Star Wars, like Tatooine, when there's like, does Tatooine have two moons? Was it two moons he had? Oh, two suns. Thank you.
There you go.
I was corrected by someone who actually knows Star Wars better than me. Hey, sometimes it feels like we have two suns here with the heat continuing through September. But we don't. That's good. Sarah Spivey will let us have the forecast.
Tempting fate with the Star Wars fans there.
I know. Pretty soon, Earth is going to have a second moon. A tiny asteroid will begin to orbit Earth starting September 29th and will essentially act as a mini moon. Researchers discovered the bus-sized asteroid last month during a routine monitoring check. However, it will only be around until November 25th before it returns to an asteroid belt revolving around the sun. Unfortunately, you won't be able to see it with the naked eye. Experts say the only way it can be viewed is with telescopes used by professional astronomers. Okay. Well, back here on Earth, it's hot, despite it technically being fall now. So instead of celebrating that, it might be better to celebrate National Ice Cream Cone Day. I like that they added the cone in there. According to nationaldaycalendar.com, ice cream cones were first invented or mentioned in French cookbooks around 1825. They became popular in the U.S. in the 1800s, and they debuted at the World's Fair in 1904. From there, an inventor patented a machine to make ice cream cones in 1912. He sold the company to Nabisco, of course he did, in 1928, and they still make ice cream cones today.
Okay, Sarah, I know you're not really eating ice cream cones right now because they have gluten in them, but in a magical world where you're not gluten intolerant, cake cone, sugar cone, or waffle cone?
Cake cone, sugar cone, waffle cone.
Okay, if the waffle cone is freshly made, absolutely.
When it's like fresh?
But then if not, I'm a sugar cone person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is like, in my opinion, sugar cone is like between cake cone and waffle cone. So it's the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I want a cone.
Also, going back to that moon story.
Let's talk about that.
Okay, it's interesting, but I can't help but feel like it's a little bit of a hype because we have satellites around us all the time, and satellites are artificial moons, and we have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of artificial moons around us. So technically, they're gaining probably like a 752nd moon rather than a second moon.
So you think this asteroid just wanted its time to shine?
I think so. I mean, we were being technical earlier with Tatooine having two suns.
Yeah, I was corrected. Tatooine has two suns, not two moons, because it's a, non-binary?
It's a binary star system.
I'm learning so much.
All right, moving on. Okay, I want to start with a look at TransGuide here because this is a camera all the way up in Mountain Home, which is in northern Kerr County along I-10. And you can see we are dealing with some areas of patchy fog and mist out there this morning. Here in San Antonio, it's relatively clear, but there are still some areas that are dealing with mist out near Seguin, some light rain showers out near Hallettsville and in Lavaca County, and then we've got some streamer showers from Lakey down to Concan. Now, we are going to be looking at a mostly cloudy and warm day today. As you take a look at your KSAT 12-hour forecast, by noon, we're going to be seeing partly cloudy skies and 86. In the afternoon, 94 for the high and a small 10% chance for a stray shower. Think to last Thursday, there were a couple of pop-up showers very little coverage. And you know what? That is probably the case today as well. So 10%. 91 in Kerrville, 95 in Del Rio, 96 is going to be the high in Cotulla, 95 in Pleasanton, and 94 in New Braunfels. All right, let's talk about how even though it's going to be hot here in San Antonio, it's starting to feel like fall in other places in the nation. We've got a cool front moving across the panhandle of Texas, rain for areas all the way up to the Midwest. Here's a look at those cooler temperatures behind this front, 54 in Amarillo. Wouldn't you like to be in Amarillo by morning? Up early this morning, 54 degrees. There's your singing for you this morning, Sarah. She's always looking out for when I can sing. So there it is. Now that front is going to not make it to San Antonio, unfortunately, but by tomorrow morning, there will be some areas across Texas waking up in the 50s, 60s, even 40s. Now, unfortunately, as I mentioned, that front will stall out. It'll be a warm day tomorrow with a high of 92. But even up in Dallas, it's only going to be 79 degrees. So this front, although bringing some across the state of Texas relief and fall-like weather, not going to feel like fall for us. However, that front is going to help to kick that heat high out of the way. And so by the middle of the week, there is a small 30% chance for an isolated shower or storm. Our best rain chances in a while on Wednesday. Again, not a washout by any means, but some folks will have an opportunity for some rain. Then our weather is going to be affected by what's going on in the tropics. We're not going to have a hurricane move through Texas, but a system, a cluster of storms that is right over parts of Central America has a good chance to become Tropical Storm or Hurricane Helene. So even though this system is going to be making landfall anywhere from Mississippi to Florida, it's going to take its abundant moisture with it. And then here in San Antonio in Texas, drier air is going to wrap around what will likely be Hurricane Helene. And drier air will be here in Texas through most of the end of next week and into the weekend. So we're going to benefit from some lower humidity. Take a look at those cool mornings. Friday morning, Saturday morning in the 60s. Yes, it's still going to be warm with a high near 90 degrees, but we have low humidity to look forward to. And I hope you get a little bit of rain before that low humidity rolls its way in. At least there is something to talk about in the forecast this week instead of last week where it was just hot and humid, hot and humid, hot and humid. We got a small chance for rain.
And also to recap, we have one son. Tatooine has two sons.
Wait, we have one son?
Tatooine has two
gosh.
sons.
Okay.
And we don't have two moons. We have a temporary second moon, but it's really like a 752nd because there's so many satellites.
And we only have one natural moon, the moon.
We have one Earth. Science.
Philosophical questions today.
16 and 77 degrees. Looking for your next show to binge this fall. SA Live's John Mark goes over what's popular on the streaming apps. There are a bunch of new shows and movies streaming this fall, and you better believe the SA Live movie guy, John Marr, he has his opinions. He gives us a sneak peek at some of the top content people are excited about this season.
I'm your resident binge watcher, John Marr. Fall is here, and that means there is a lot of new content to stream. I grabbed a cardigan for this bit. You're welcome.
I really needed this.
What did you need?
A break from work, Paris, everything.
Seriously, for all that is good and holy, what is happening? I just need her to pick one of the two guys and you introduce a third one? Come on! It's fine, it's fine. I'm okay. Just tisk. Season 4, Part 1 of Netflix's popular series, Emily in Paris, premiered last month. The last episode ended with a major cliffhanger and introduced a new secret, leaving us all wondering how Part 2 will unfold. In Part 2, Emily trades Paris for Rome, adding a new Italian love interest. I think that sentence just gave me an eye twitch.
With a French guy, a British guy, and now Italian? You're really stamping your passport, huh?
Emily in Paris, Season 4, Part 2 is now streaming on Netflix.
Penguin, you waltzing in here like you mean something. We're in the middle of a gang war.
Carmichael's dead. If we don't protect what's ours, we just look weak.
If you love The Batman, then you'll enjoy the new HBO original series from DC Studios, The Penguin.
There's a storm coming. The start of a whole new empire.
Colin Farrell reprises his role as Oz Cobb, aka the Penguin, continuing the story of the filmmaker Matt Reeves' popular villain. The Penguin streams on Max starting on September 19th.
People are sent to Slayer House for one or two reasons. One, they're an absolute loser.
Speak for yourself.
And two, they've unwittingly pissed someone off.
Oh, I am so pumped for this. If you are a fan of the Oscar-nominated film Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, then you will love Slow Horses. The Gary Oldman-led British spy thriller continues to offer intense twists and a bit of humor.
Come on.
I'd rather not take any chances with a man who looks like he gropes people on buses.
You're being hurtful about my appearance. I might have to call HR.
In the new season, Jackson Lamb, played by Gary Oldman, and the rest of the MI5 agents at Slow House are going up against the cold-blooded Frank Harkness, played by Hugo Weaving. Slow Horses Season 4 will be streaming episodes weekly on Apple TV+, now through October 2nd.
Agatha.
Who's been messing up everything?
The Covenless Witch.
It's been Agatha all along.
No.
Next up, Agatha All Along is a new Marvel Studios series about the infamous Agatha Harkness, played by Kathryn Hahn. She finds herself powerless after a suspicious teen breaks her free from a distorted spell. Together, Agatha and the teen pull together a desperate coven to complete magical tasks. I wasn't gonna add this show in, and then I saw Aubrey Plaza was in it. And now, I'm all the way in. Agatha All Along premieres on Disney Plus on September 18th.
The bodies are really piling up. Last one there is a nice person.
The Perfect Couple is based on Ellen Hildebrand's New York Times best-selling novel of the same name. It's about Amelia as she is about to be married to one of the wealthiest families in Nantucket. Her disapproving future mother-in-law has spared no expense in planning what promises to be the premier wedding of the season, until a body turns up on the beach. Now everyone is a suspect. Dun, dun, dun. The Perfect Couple is now streaming on Netflix.
I didn't know people like you really existed.
They don't. There's nobody can do what I do.
Well, this movie had a lot of hype. Brad Pitt and George Clooney reunite in this movie to play rival professional fixers. A fixer. What is a fixer? Are they plumbers? Oh, I would love to see George Clooney and Brad Pitt play Mario and Luigi. That would be fantastic. I had to Google this. A fixer, a noun, a person who makes arrangements for other people, especially of an illicit or devious kind. I think that describes my job as an SA Live producer. Also, did they spell wolves wrong? Back to the plot. The two of them are independently contracted to clean up the aftermath of the same high-profile crime. As the two lone wolves begrudgingly begin their seemingly normal case, they quickly realize that their night is about to take a wild and unpredictable turn for the worst. Wolves premieres on Apple TV Plus on September 27th. This Paramount Plus original movie, Apartment 7A, is a prequel to the iconic horror movie Rosemary's Baby. Julia Gardner stars as the young dancer whose career is threatened by a devastating injury. She's taken in by a wealthy older couple who lives in Branford, known for being full of evil secrets. Apartment 7A is now streaming on Paramount Plus, September 27th. Also, Salem's Lot is an upcoming American supernatural horror film based on Stephen King's 1975 novel of the same name. I'm not sure if this is the garlic-hating kind of vampire or the sparkly kind of vampire. Salem's Lot will begin streaming on October 3rd on Max. That's it for this fall's new shows and movies. I'm John Marr. Have fun binge-watching this season.
Thank you, John. Remember, SA Live is now in its new time slot, 10 a.m. on weekdays after GMSA at 9, but you can always get SA Live content on demand. Just go to salive.com or download the KSAT Plus app. It's 8:26 and 77 degrees. A group of local high schoolers being praised for helping save the life of a wounded police officer. How they knew how to jump into action, that's next. The conflict in the Middle East heating up as Hezbollah and Israel trade strikes overnight. We'll have the latest when we come back. Good morning. It's 8:30 on this Sunday, September 22nd, and we have officially started fall just under an hour, 7:44.
But it's not magic, right? It doesn't like immediately feel like pumpkin
fall
spice.
Was like, you know, what's the witch movie?
I don't know, Sarah. There's a lot
Focus,
of
focus.
Okay.
Thank you, Carragher.
Okay.
I wish
a lot
fall,
of
like
wish
when it, like,
movies.
you know, the fall equinox happened, it was like immediately hocus pocus.
Well, that would make my job easy, wouldn't it? I would really be able to predict the weather pretty easily there. But we instead are going to be seeing some humid weather to start the day today. In fact, taking a look outside right now, it's fairly cloudy. It's 77 in San Antonio, but out in New Braunfels, it's 75. Visibility is down a little bit to 5 miles. Out in New Braunfels and Seguin this morning, there's definitely some areas of patchy mist. Now, it's 76 at Stinson and 73 in Bernie, 75 in Kerrville. We do have some very light sprinkles out there in places, patchy mist, so that's possible early this morning. But by the afternoon, it's going to be 94 for the high and a small 10% chance of a stray shower. I don't know about you, but this is not hocus pocus weather, all right? This feels pretty hot for throughout the day today, even though it will be a couple of degrees cooler. However, seasons have changed for areas in Amarillo. It's 54 degrees in Amarillo, 45 in Denver, and 45 in Cheyenne. They're behind a cool front that's helping to kick away this heat high, which has been overhead the last several days. So coming up in the forecast, unfortunately, that cool front is just not going to be making it to San Antonio. But with that heat high out to the east, we do have a small chance for rain, especially during the middle of the week. And by the weekend, we're going to have drier air and cooler mornings. So feeling a little bit more like fall by the weekend. Details ahead. Sarah.
Sarah, thank you. KSAT is still trying to find out more about a fire that happened at the Terrytown Apartments last night. That's near Vance Jackson Road and Fredericksburg Road. So right now, our Devin Karp is at those apartments finding out more. So Devin, what can you tell us this morning?
Yeah, good morning, Sarah. Now take a look here at the building that was burned. These are 12 units that were affected, according to the San Antonio Fire Department. It is unsafe to go inside. We see security from the apartment complex here who is watching over the building to make sure that everything okay. Now, we're still working to find out if there are any injuries. But so far, a battalion chief at the San Antonio Fire Department says crews were called here to the Terrytown Apartments last night around 9 o'clock when they found flames and heavy smoke coming from the roof. Crews then started to attack the fire and evacuate residents in this building H right here before the flames spread up to the attic. Now, firefighters were eventually able to knock down the fire. Now, I was just finished speaking with Olivia Shoup, who's lived in the complex for 8 years. She was in her apartment last night when she got a knock on the door from firefighters about a fire in the building next to hers.
Somebody told me to get out. There was a fire. I couldn't see anything because of the smoke. My eyes are really hurting. My eyes are really sensitive.
The San Antonio Housing Authority, along with the Red Cross, says they were on scene shortly and were able to find temporary housing for the affected victims. Crews say they were able to save one cat inside. Now, firefighters tell us that the cause of this fire and the investigation is still unclear at the moment for the 25 crews that showed up to the scene. We're going to work to keep you updated over the air and online at KSAT.com. For now, Devin Karp, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Devin. So take a look at your screen. Do you recognize the driver right there of that SUV? This is surveillance video the Bexar County Sheriff's Office sent us as a video of a man suspected of trying to approach 2 young children that were walking to school this Thursday on Coal Mine Rise in far west Bexar County. So there you see that SUV slowing down, trying to approach those children. This is near Grossenbacher and Petrenko Roads. BCSO says they received a call about a prowler driving a black or dark-colored Mercedes-Benz GLA or GLC. The man called out to one of the children, but luckily the child recognized the danger and ran to the safety of a neighbor. If you know anything about this so-called prowler or recognize this vehicle, you're asked to call 210-335-6000, or you can email bcsotips@bear.org. We also have some important safety tips for parents from BCSO, so you can check that out as well on KSAT.com. This morning, 3 Brackenridge High School boys are being praised for their quick thinking after helping care for a police officer who shot himself in the leg. This happened just before a Friday night football game. The 3 junior ROTC students jumped into action, helping the officer apply a tourniquet to his leg and helping him call for help.
While he was doing the tying, I was trying to go help him tying it with him because the tighter the better.
I feel like basic first aid should be taught for like anyone like from middle school to high school range.
Well, I'm glad they knew to do that. So the officer was airlifted to the hospital shortly after. The boys helped him call 911. They say they hope the officer and his family are doing okay. The conflict in the Middle East continues to heat up, with Israel and Hezbollah trading fire overnight. ABC's Marcus Moore has the latest from Lebanon.
New airstrikes between Israel and Lebanon overnight, lighting up the sky across Lebanon's southern border. The IDF saying Hezbollah was preparing to launch missiles at Israel. As a result, they struck more than 400 targets in Lebanon. IDF spokesman Daniel Hagari saying dozens of Israeli Air Force aircraft are currently striking terrorist targets and rocket launchers to remove the threat to Israeli civilians. Hezbollah returning fire, striking this neighborhood outside Haifa. This rocket seen here in Nazareth was intercepted. The group saying part of this morning's rocket barrage was an initial response to the exploding pagers and handheld radios. The simultaneous blast over 2 days this week killed 37 people and injured thousands, according to Lebanon's health ministry.
Our Al Jazeera office in occupied West Bank has just been raided.
While in the occupied West Bank, tensions coming to a head as Israeli troops raided the Al Jazeera bureau in Ramallah. The news organization airing in real time the moment troops forced the bureau to shut down for 45 days. While in Gaza, pure devastation. On Friday, an IDF airstrike hit a school, killing at least 22 people, according to the Gaza Health Ministry. And this young girl surviving an airstrike, rescuers pulling her from the rubble of a destroyed residential building.
We have witnessed another day of active fighting in southern Lebanon and northern Israel, with Hezbollah hitting targets deeper inside Israel and with higher caliber warheads. It is clear now that this fight is escalating. Marcus Moore, ABC News, Beirut.
In Alabama, 4 people were killed and 11 hospitalized after shooting in Birmingham late last night. So this happened just after 11 p.m. Police say there were multiple shooters, each firing multiple shots. So far, a suspect has not been taken into custody, and here's what the chief there had to say.
These mass shootings have more to do with culture than they do criminality. Mayor Randall Woodfin said it best this week. We're seeing far too many arguments being settled by bullets, and I think this speaks to exactly what our mayor just recently said.
There's no word on a motive at this time. And 1 month after a super yacht sunk off the coast of Sicily, authorities are tightening security around the wreck. So that's because the boat may contain sensitive intelligence data that foreign governments might want to get their hands on. British tech giant Mike Lynch, one of those killed in that sinking, was set to keep encrypted hard drives in watertight containers on the ship. Some of that information could include data Lynch handled for Western intelligence agencies. The Italian Coast Guard will try to raise the yacht out of the water in the coming weeks. And President Biden is expanding the reach of one of his signature programs, the Cancer Moonshot, which is his initiative to end cancer. The president announced that the U.S., as well as other countries, Japan, India, and Australia, have agreed to commit $150 million for HPV screenings and therapies. Biden said that starting next year, doctors and nurses in the U.S. Navy will begin to train their counterparts in those countries on how to conduct cervical cancer screenings and vaccinations so every woman in these countries can get treatment. Coming up tomorrow on GMSA at 9, we have a big show planned. The GMSA crew going on the road live at Harlandale Makerspace.
I love learning how to use the cameras and being behind the cameras.
It's a big day for local high school students working with TRL Productions for this year's Bear Fest. Tomorrow, we are hosting the very first Bear Fest match day. Over the next 6 months, TRL Productions is working with 32 schools and nonprofits across our area. You won't want to miss all the excitement also tomorrow on GMSA.
Hey there, it's Patty Santos. Monday on GMSA, identity thieves are now targeting your children. We'll tell you why they make an easy target and key steps you can take to protect them.
Thank you, Patty. It's 8:39, 77 degrees. The theater might look a little different the next time you go see a movie. Why theaters nationwide are getting a massive makeover. That's next. And drivers rejoice. Gas prices are at a nice low price and they could even go down more. We'll explain that next. What's not going down is this heat. Sarah Spivey says we're in for another hot one today, but there is hope. Next weekend, I saw a 65 on the low. She's going to show us that when we come back. In your morning consumer news, moviegoers will soon be seeing some new upgrades. The industry group representing the largest 8 theater chains in the U.S. and Canada has announced it will be investing more than $2 billion in these new upgrades. Some of the renovations include new projection technology, better sound systems, and seating, revamped carpeting, and better food. And get this, the plan encompasses nearly 70% of the North American box office. Okay, budget hotel chain Motel 6 has a new owner. The chain sold for $525 million. India-based hotel company Oyo will pay cash for the deal, which also includes the chain's offshoot brand, Studio 6. And good news if you need to fill up this morning. I do. Gas prices could continue to drop. AAA says the national average for a gallon of gas dropped a couple of cents last week to $3.21. While that's still a decline, it's much slower than in recent weeks. Hurricane Francine caused temporary issues for oil production and refining on the Gulf Coast. AAA says it isn't uncommon for a slump during hurricane season. However, the organization expects prices at the pump to continue to drop. So here's a look at the averages right now. Nationally, $3.21 a gallon. Texas, average $2.78. Here in San Antonio, we're paying about $2.75 a gallon. Take a look outside with the roads. People starting to get up, go to church, get some breakfast tacos, do what you do on Sunday. Oh, looks like a little incident there with a USPS truck. And this is some construction at 10 and Woodlawn where they have 2 lanes down, but they'll be clearing that soon.
Well, we just got the pollen count in too, Sarah, and I want to start with a look at the pollen count because molds have climbed a little bit. They're now moderate at 590. Ragweed, grass, and pigweed are present, but in low amounts. But again, the molds are up a little bit. So if you're usually allergic to mold and experiencing that could be why. All right, I'm showing you the authority radar because we do have one shower that just started to dissipate out near Hallettsville, some mist out near Seguin, and then farther out to the west, there are still some streamer showers from Concan to Lakey and right on that Edwards and Kenny County border there. This is the kind of 10% chance of rain that I think we could see today, but all in all, it is just going to be a warm and humid day. Though it does not feel warm and humid across most of the nation. Take a look at the clouds and radar. We've got a cool front moving across the Panhandle, and this is a real deal cold front. It's 54 in Amarillo and 68 in Lubbock. Meanwhile, it's still 76 in San Angelo, and it's even in the 40s in parts of the Rockies. Now, unfortunately, this front is not strong enough to make it to San Antonio. So what we're going to see is that temperatures are still going to be pretty warm in San Antonio. You can see that in the futurecast here. This afternoon, 94 in San Antonio and only 85 in Abilene. Then by tomorrow morning, a crisp and cool morning as far south as San Angelo and even Mountain Home in northern Kerr County here in our viewing area. We're going to be humid though, and then that front stalls out and just doesn't make it to San Antonio. 92 tomorrow, or near 90 degrees for the high tomorrow, whereas Dallas and Waco will be enjoying a high temperature in the 70s and 80s behind that front. So looking at your KSAT 12-hour forecast, mostly cloudy right there, and right now with only a 10% chance for an isolated shower. Around 1, it'll be 88, 94 for the high temperature. Southeast winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour, and yes, again, another 10% chance for an isolated downpour in the afternoon. It's going to be 92 in Bulverde, 91 Helotes, 94 in Uvalde, 95 in Pleasanton, 94 in Seguin, and 94 in Bandera. That heat high is finally going to be not over Texas. And so that, even though it's going to be warm, it opens up the atmosphere to a possibility for some isolated showers and storms, especially by Wednesday, our best chance for rain in a while. Odds are, again, 30%. It's pretty low, but it's still a better rain chance than what we've been dealing with recently. Our weather is going to be mostly impacted by what's going on in the tropics. Now, there's an area of disorganized storms right here that has a really good chance of becoming our next named tropical storm or hurricane in the Gulf of Mexico. It'll be named Helene if it gets that name. And all indications are that what will be Helene will be moving well east of Texas. Now, while that is bad news for our friends and friends east of us, it'll take its abundant moisture with it as it makes landfall probably somewhere around Florida. But much drier air will be moving around that, and we're actually going to benefit from that system being farther to the east with drier air in place, which means cooler mornings and comfortable afternoons, even though it'll be warm. We're talking mornings in the 60s on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of this upcoming week and into next weekend. That'll feel great, a lot more fall-like than the weather today as we officially have started fall. And again, a 30% chance for an isolated shower or storm. So a much better forecast this week than last week. We were dealing with highs in the upper 90s last week every single day. Now, low 90s. I'll take the low 90s and lower humidity anytime over that forecast last week.
I would like more hocus pocus weather, but I like that 65 on the low there.
Let's wait until late October for hocus pocus weather. Sound good?
Okay. Thanks, Sarah. It's 8:49, 77 degrees. There are lots of ways you can support others here in the Alamo City. After the break, we'll look at some of the KSAT community events and how you can help. Let's take a look at these lotto numbers. Pick 3, 805, Fireball 1, Daily 4, 4740, Fireball 5, Cash 5, 9, 15, 19, 25, 27, Texas Lotto 2, 5, 11, 13, 22, 24, and Powerball 17, 19, 21, 37, 45, Powerball 14, Power Play 2. Good. Next Saturday is our 11th annual Head for the Cure 5K, and there's still time to register for the race. So scan the QR code that you see on your screen now. It will take you directly to the website to sign up. This is an event dear to our hearts here at KSAT because we run for our late news director, Jim Boyle, who passed away from brain cancer. So if you didn't know, all of these proceeds from the race go toward brain cancer research. So we encourage everyone to come out. The Head for the Cure race will be next Saturday at 8 a.m. right across the street from KSAT on St. Mary's at Providence Catholic School. This month is Hunger Action Month. It's a perfect time to donate to the place that feeds more than 100,000 people in our area every week. So right now on ksatcommunity.com, you can find out how to help the San Antonio Food Bank and the people who need support in our community.
All right. This has been blowing up my social feeds.
Same.
Before we go, check this out. This little hippo at the Thai Zoo is going viral. Her name is Moo Dang. And she has become a global viral sensation. The 2-month-old is named after a type of Thai meatball, and people are loving it. She looks like a meatball because of its silly antics. And pretty soon, the zoo will launch a live stream where you can watch little Moo Dang grow up in real time. That will the stream will start the last week of September.
I love that they always keep her like wet and moist looking, like
Moo
she's
Dang.
like covered in like pudding or something.
So cute.
So cute. And she always likes to bite this guy if she's not eating yet.
Look at her. She's so cute. Okay. Outside right now, temperatures are starting to warm up. We are at 78 degrees in San Antonio. We're going to be at 94 for the high. 10% chance for an isolated shower or storm. And here's a look at the pollen count. Molds are moderate. Ragweed, grass, pigweed is low. Forecast calls for temperatures in the low 90s this week. Small chance for rain on Wednesday, and then pleasantly low humidity working its way in Thursday through the weekend.
Thanks, Sarah. Hey, go Cowboys. Hope you have a great Sunday.
And go Moo Dang.